Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. Truth will ultimately prevail where there is pains to bring it to light. There are 1,000 ways to deceive, but the worst way is to show love and sympathy. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. Few men have virtue to withstand the highest bidder. If you want to guess someone's character, then see what they are laughing at. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am, I owe to my mother. I attribute my success in life to the moral, intellectual, and physical education I received from her. 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. Life doesn't give free lessons to anyone. So when I say life taught me, rest assured that I paid the price. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. True friendship is a plant of slow growth. Trust is the hardest thing to find and the easiest to lose. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire called conscience. Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. Your words start to lose value when your actions don't match. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. Calm minds make better decisions. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. Your peace is more important than others' opinions. The turning points of lives are not the great moments. The real crises are often concealed in occurrences so trivial in appearance that they pass unobserved. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness. Education teaches us to speak, but it does not teach us when, where, and what to speak. To encourage literature and the arts is a duty which every good citizen owes to his country. I hope ever to see America among the foremost nations of justice and liberality. Where are our men of abilities? Why do they not come forth to save their country? I conceive a knowledge of books is the basis upon which other knowledge is to be built. We must consult our means rather than our wishes. There is nothing so likely to produce peace as to be well prepared to meet the enemy. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. I don't trust words, I trust actions. Because people can tell you anything, but actions can tell you everything. Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, procures success to the weak, and esteem to all. Let your heart feel for the afflictions and distress of everyone. Kindness is a language the blind can see and the deaf can hear. To persevere in one's duty and be silent is the best answer to calumny. That honesty is always the best policy. Human happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. The great rule of conduct for us in regard to foreign nations is, in extending our commercial relations, to have with them as little political connection as possible. The greatest lesson I have learned in life is that I still have a lot to learn. No punishment, in my opinion, is too great for the man who can build his greatness upon his country's ruin. Strive not with your superiors in argument, but always submit your judgment to others with modesty. Observe good faith and justice toward all nations. cultivate peace and harmony with all if to please the people. We offer what we ourselves disapprove. How can we afterwards defend our work? Silence and smile are two powerful tools. Smile is the way to solve many problems, and silence is the way to avoid many problems. For me to have persons that can think for me, as well as execute orders. Death, the abyss, from where no traveler is permitted to return. Individuals entering into society must give up a share of liberty to preserve the rest. A bad war is fought with a good mind. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions, wherein you reprove another. Be unblameable yourself, for example, is more prevalent than precepts. One of the expedients of party to acquire influence within particular districts is to misrepresent the opinions and aims of other districts. Silence is the best answer to someone who doesn't value your words. The time is near at hand, which must determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. A man ought not to value himself, of his achievements, or rare qualities of wit, much less of his riches, virtue, or kindred. Decision-making, like coffee, needs a cooling process. Do not follow the majority. Follow the right way. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. Arbitrary power is most easily established on the ruins of liberty, abused to licentiousness. Every day the increasing weight of years admonishes me more and more that the shade of retirement is as necessary to me as it will be welcome. Never make a permanent decision based on a temporary emotion. The Constitution is the guide which I never will abandon. You cannot change what you refuse to confront. Trust is like glass. Once broken, it will never be the same again. Don't think of cost. Think of value. Sometimes you need to distance yourself to see things clearly. Too many people buy things they don't need with money. They don't have to impress people they don't know. The truth is the truth, even if no one believes it. A lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. No matter how many mistakes you make, or how slow you progress, you are still way ahead of everyone who isn't trying. If a person wants to be a part of your life, they will make an obvious effort to do so. Think twice before reserving a space in your heart for people who do not make an effort to stay. Making one person smile can change the world. Maybe not the whole world, but their world. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Saying someone is ugly doesn't make you any prettier. Do not correct a fool, or he will hate you. Correct a wise man, and he will appreciate you. The only normal people you know are the ones you don't know very well. Life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% of how you react to it. The most painful thing is losing yourself in the process of loving someone too much and forgetting that you are special too. Patience is when you're supposed to be mad, but you choose to understand. As we grow up, we realize it becomes less important to have more friends and more important to have real ones. Making 100 friends is not a miracle. The miracle is to make a single friend who will stand by your side, even when hundreds are against you. Don't kill people with kindness, because not everyone deserves your kindness. Kill people with silence, because not everyone deserves your attention. Sometimes good things fall apart, so better things can fall together. One of the best lessons you can learn in life is to master how to remain calm. Giving up doesn't always mean you're weak. Sometimes it means you are strong enough and smart enough to let go and move on. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you will find an excuse. Don't choose the one who is beautiful to the world. Choose the one who makes your world beautiful. Learn to sit back and observe. Not everything needs a reaction. Falling in love is not a choice. To stay in love is. While you're busy looking for the perfect person, you'll probably miss the imperfect person who could make you perfectly happy. It's easy to stand with the crowd. It takes courage to stand alone. Never do something permanently foolish just because you are temporarily upset. You can learn great things from your mistakes when you aren't busy denying them. Read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. In life, if you don't risk anything, you risk everything. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. Every single thing that has ever happened in your life is preparing you for a moment that is yet to come. Beautiful souls are shaped by ugly experiences. There isn't anything noble about being superior to another person. True nobility is in being superior to the person you once were. Trying to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. You will never become who you want to be if you keep blaming everyone else for who you are now. How others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. People are more what they hide than what they show. Sometimes people don't notice the things others do for them until they stop doing them. Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. Being alone does not mean you are lonely, and being lonely does not mean you are alone. If you want to speak the truth, speak about yourself. Don't make other people's lives a living hell. Love is not about sex, going on fancy dates, or showing off. It's about being with a person who makes you happy in a way nobody else can. Anyone can come into your life and say how much they love you. It takes someone really special to stay in your life and show how much they love you.